Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm not going to blow yours up today. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you, as always, by generous support sponsorship from our good friends at indiecd.org. Yes, the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop from the best of the brightest authors, artists, musicians, and collaborators. These folks are there to help you make your dreams come true. If you want to shop small, you want to put your money where your mouth is, go there and hire these people, read their wonderful works. It is a no-frills, no-nonsense white pages of independent creatorship. And if you are looking to join that erstwhile organization, for a low price of only $40. I was about to say $50. I was about to give Joe a $10 raise. But for only $40, you can have a lifetime membership over at indiecd.org. I'm not, and like I said, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to get out there and say, hey guys, if you go right now and you listen to Joe's first podcast, you'll find a code to get half off of that and save you $25. I'm not saying that. I am not. Why? I keep thinking Joe is $50 all of a sudden. Oh, God, it's $20 because it's half off. But I mean, I keep wanting to promote Joe. See, his value is so high that first thing in the morning, running off of a mighty 3 hours of sleep, yours truly is ready to say, no, you should pay $50. It is worth $50. However, he's only charging $40, and if you use his code, holy schmuck, you will get it for $20. It's a great deal. So use this so that I get a little kickback for it. Help me keep the lights on over here. We also want to talk about Indie Creator Con. Guys, it's about 2 weeks away. I'm breathing. You're breathing. It's okay. It's okay. Do not get alarmed. This is going to be incredible. We've got some great vendors all set up, free to the public. Come on out and check out the amazing works of folks like Brian K. Morris and Carl Witzman and Damian Waldron and Luke Stone. We're going to have Alec Creations there. We've got a few more. Joe and Trey will be there. And each of them are worth going to a show for. by themselves. All right. Of course, Donna will be there, and Donna gives the best hugs. I have heard this. Although, there is right now a slight duel going on in the hug fandom between BKM and Donna. Who's going to give the best hugs? The only way to find out is to attend the IndieCD.con, that being the Independent Creator Convention in Fowler, Indiana. I'm going to be spending the next few weeks basically just cramming to get stuff ready for that, and working on Haints and Hellfire, which we will get into in just a moment, because Haints and Hellfire is part of my ongoing stuff over at, well, do I really not have my own link in my own banners? Well, that tells you everything you need to know about me. I don't keep my own link in my own banners. But you go to amazon.com/author/Nicholas Tockert. It should get you there. And you can get some great books. And we're going to start with Haints and Hellfire, guys, because I am 3 days from the end of my first 30 days on Amazon. And if you have read this already, if you're reading it and enjoy it, if you bought it and think you're going to enjoy it, I am literally on my knees here begging for you guys to review this. And I'm going to tell you why, and we'll go back into it, because some people haven't got this message. If you are publishing through Amazon, how much Amazon promotes you, native in-house, is built entirely on the performance of your first 30 days, how many sales and how many reviews you get. Now, the target, from what I've been looking at the things, is to get 15 reviews. This is a big ask. And right now, I think I am sitting at 1. So please, I'd like to get as many as I can to make Amazon more likely to promote this book in the future. And speaking of those books, and yes, I also have other books. Okay. Haints and Hellfire is not the only one. I, of course, for those of you who know, and those of you who don't, have the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear. All part of my ongoing series of manuals of defense designed to help you go from so you've never held a sword to I want to teach the sword. And with addendums, caveats on how to make an axe go and how to make a spear go. These are great skills to have for health, for preparedness. And as writers, guys, I beg of you, they say, write what you know. This is brilliant advice. This is the kind of advice that'll save your bacon. I say, learn what you want to know so you can write it. If you want to write about sword fighting, learn about sword fighting, okay? If you want to write about marksmanship, your military stuff, you better talk to some military types. It makes your fiction a little more believable, a little more entrancing, a little more immersive. And that's what we need. And speaking of immersive fictions, I need to get my copies of those out too. But the Big Stompy Robots core rulebook, yes, this is the rulebook for my game, Big Stompy Robots. This is also, dear friends, spiced with a wonderful bit of world building and lore that gives you a good entry into this world. There are already 2 novels, little short, nice novels out on Amazon that you can get. Small Arms, which is the story of a man who he's the right man in the wrong place, and he might just start the next megacorp war if he doesn't save this little girl. And Eyes to the Sky, one man's Moby Dick-esque obsession with a threat that he knows from a war everyone would like to forget. And his vigil is not without cause. Now, I don't want to give spoilers. I hate giving spoilers. But between you and me, digital friends, for Eyes to the Sky, zombie mecha from outer space. If the phrase zombie mecha from outer space does not at least get you fired up. I don't know what to do on a Monday morning. So that we've also got a few other books, but frankly, I want to get rolling, guys, because I do need to give you my accountability and and I need to do that. Do I want to give Joe's ad? No, I'll give you my accountability first. I'm at 13,000 words on Haints and Hellfire 2. This is hopping and popping, friends. And yes, this is on the first draft. But on the back of the reviews I've been getting, and I'm still like, I'll probably be, if I make it to my 80s, and people ask me, what review really changed you? When Daphne Lage said that Haints and Hellfire was like Buffy / Supernatural meets Stephen freaking King, I lost my mind. Yes, I am planning to quote her review of that on the back of Haints and Hellfire 2. You don't get a slice of, piece of gold like that without polishing it up and showing it off, friends. Now, I know that there's going to be some delay because a lot of you went over and you were watching the amazingly incomparable Brian K. Morris for his occasional Monday morning at 9 a.m. show, No Warning. I was there. But my duckies, I love you. I want to know what you're doing to hit this Monday hard. I want to know not just about your accountability, okay, but your destination, your motivation. Where are you seeing this week going? Now, because I'm going to tell you something. If you're looking at this week right now, the way a lot of us are, right, some of you may be imbibed a little too much watching a certain major sporting event. Some of you are probably feeling it a bit this morning. That's part of why I didn't shout. You may thank me, preferably financially, at paypal.me/Nicholas Tockert. For enough money, I will stop shouting at the beginning of my shows. But I have yet to discern how much money it would take, but my shtick is for sale. Anyway, how are you looking at the week? Because a lot of us woke up this morning and they thought the same thing. Oh, it's Monday. I gotta work. Right? And you know what? That has some validity. But once you get over that initial hump of, look at this. We have a week coming up, okay? So far, it's looking like the weather is tolerable. I did not expect this cold snap this morning, but that's okay. It is another chance to get things done, to make your dream a reality. So I ask you, what are you doing this week to make it happen? How are you looking at the time that is coming at you like a conveyor belt of candy, going, I'm going to eat that? Okay? Are you just slumping? Are you just sitting there right now, clutching your coffee, praying for daylight? Or are you going, wait a second now? Yeah, it's going to suck. 9 to 5s and whatever they may be, they suck. But I still have a chance, okay? You still have a chance to get out there and put your pencil to paper, to put your little fingies on the little typey bits and go ticka, 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 ding, and get stuff done. And yes, I am old enough that hitting at the end makes it go ding. My first computer, friends, was a Coco 3, a Tandy Color Computer 3. And yes, I wrote BASIC on it thinking that was the way of the future. And all I can say is, good God, your code is sloppy. Anyway, not Joe. Joe does tight code. I've watched Joe's code. That code is so tight you could bounce a quarter off of it. That code is so tight, it looks like America's derriere being our own Chris Evans as Captain America. We are talking tight, clenched code. It's good. And if you get a chance to watch his show Behind the Code, you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, note, that is Behind the Code, not Code of Behinds, which the earlier comment could confuse. But seriously, guys, Seriously, our attitude will establish our reality more than anything else. Okay? Let me say that again. Your attitude will establish your reality. And I'm not just doing oh, you have to be positive. No. No, 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 no. No. I don't believe in toxic positivity either. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to stop and catch your breath when the time is fallen upon you. When you are weary, let you rest. But then you get up. And as a wonderful saying goes, you embrace the suck. You go, this is going to suck. I've accepted that this is going to suck. Now, am I going to let that stop me? Am I going to let the fact that I'm tired from working a hi, my name is Joe job, that having to be a parent is slowing me down, that the reality of, oh, my car's junky, oh, this show is on, this game is going. Am I going to let that stop me from my mission, from my goal, from my pursuit of my dreams? Because remember, while it is not a legal document, and I truly believe it should be, the Declaration of Independence, one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen written. I believe it's called a lithograph of the rough draft of the Declaration of Independence I got when they pulled it out of the Michigan City town hall, city hall. I mean, they actually got rid of it and they were storing it to be disposed of in the middle school, and I got to keep it. So I actually have that. It's a big plaque. It's going to go up on my wall as I redo my study, because even the Declaration of Independence had a rough draft with lines through it. And it's funny, I can't read the writing all that well, because it's a one of those yellow on plaque lithographs. But I could see the lines that parts have been scribbled out and the little notes written in the margin. And as a writer, as an author, as a creator, that resonates with my soul. And in that fine document says, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Let me say that again: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You are not guaranteed happiness in this life, but you should, as a human, have the right to pursue it. And nothing and no one should impede that. Not corporate interests, not government interests, not familial interests. If you are looking to make yourself happy, if you have a dream, you have to ask yourself, what are my victory conditions? How can I achieve this? And then you have to reach out and make it happen. And if you fail, I will tell you this because I'm going to tell you this because I'm coming on with some power this morning. I have sat holding the hands of people as they pass. I have talked to them in their final days and their final moments. They did not regret not having things. They did not regret a show they didn't get to see. They regretted not chasing their dreams. They regretted never telling the right people that they loved them. They regretted not spending more time with their family. Those are the burdens that you carry with you into the afterlife. Whatever it is, whatever you think it is, whatever it may be, if we have a chance right here to take some of that off your shoulders, why not? If you have a chance to try to live, because I will tell you, in life, the vast majority of time, I regret what I didn't attempt far more than what I failed doing. I regret and feel the weight of the moments that the fear won. That I believed that most foul of four-letter words, that most vile, heinous, wretched of four-letter words. And I believed it. And I'm going to say that, pardon your virgin ears, can't. I can't do that. Now, it is one thing to give everything you have and fail attempting. Then you've earned can't. With a caveat, that way. I can't do this that way. Add that way at the end. It'll change everything. The only way you're going to make it forward is by looking at that can't. Looking at all those things that years of people telling you, well, you can't make money that way. You can't survive. No one will read it. No one will see it. You can't get the attention. You can't get the media. You can't. I don't have time for that. To borrow from a horrible movie, are you a Mexican or a Mexicant? Okay? An American or Americant? Is that what you are? An Americant? You wake up in the morning and say, I'm an Americant. I can't do that. I'm going to ingest my mass-produced laugh track and based humor. So, they tell me when to laugh. I'm going to eat what they tell me to eat because that's what everybody says. I'm going to wear what they tell me to wear. And then I'm going to go to the job that I hate, but they tell me to do it, to come back to do what I'm told, to live where I'm told, to never attempt to better my life. And I don't know why it sounded like Bill Clinton coming out of me, but that's okay. Or are you going to say, no, I can do this. I will do this. This will be better. You can look at the week that's coming to you as a gift, because I know too many people who would love to have one more day, one more hour, one more week to try to be with their family, to try to chase their dreams, to try to do the things that make life worth living. We are not guaranteed hours. We are not guaranteed a quantity of hours, but we are granted an opportunity to affect the quality of those hours. Now, many of us have burdens. All of us have some greater than others. Some of us have been so nerfed by the universe, it almost brings you to tears. But you still get to choose what you're going to do with it. You still get to choose whether you're going to look at life as a mewling, whining cesspool of self-loathing and poor me, or you're going to get out there and go, no one is going to save me right now. No one is going to ride to the rescue, hand you a couple $1 million and a cookie and say, you've been good, you deserve this. As Americans, there's a great, tragic, and powerful truth that we all believe we are millionaires, save for the fact that, we just need our lucky break or things to get better. And the thing is, there are a lot of people out there who are sitting there going, yeah, but they just want it handed to them on a plate. They want it easy. As wonderful as a change as easy would be, working and scrapping and scrounging to make it. I know everything I made, every cent that has come in through my blood, sweat, and tears, through that of my lovely wife's blood, sweat, and tears, has been earned. I was talking to Joe today. I was talking to Joe before the show. I usually do. And I asked him something, and I never do anything for just one reason. I get curious. And when I get curious, I ask things. I asked Joe, so Joe, you do all the wood burning. And have you considered, as your production time gets up, getting one of those laser engravers? And Joe said, no, of course not. That'd be like AI. He didn't hesitate, folks. Now, Joe is in a financial place, radically different than me and others, where he could throw a glob of money onto the internet, right? Throw a glob of money, just go, wee, ooh. Get a device. He's tech savvy enough that it won't explode from him looking at it, unlike me. Set this thingamabob up and say, oh, you want that image? Click as a happy little laser burns its way through. And then go off and play, Joe games. I'm not sure what Joe games are. Sometimes it's kind of scary because he has hacker-like tendencies. So Joe games could be far more interesting than you think. It's like, no, this is what I do. This is what I'm about. You realize how much respect that gets from me? Because I told him, I said, now, because I thought about if I had the funds getting one to cut out the wooden BSRs for me. Cut out the parts. He goes, no. For you, it would be like running a CNC machine because I designed it. Joe uses designs he acquires, and he puts his work in hand carving and hand burning, and he catches fire, friends. He literally gets burnt and catches fire for his art. This is called passion. And I know mellow, happy folks like Joe aren't people that we are trained to associate the concept of passion with. But that's what passion looks like. Passion looks like doing a job, right? Doing a real job, working your arse off, and then saying, and now I'm off work, I'm going to eat something, I'm going to go down and start my second job that I love. I am working towards the joy and bringing joy to others. That's passion, friends. That's integrity in one's action. And that is the standard, that's the kind of standard I try to hold myself up to. Because when you associate with the right people, you look at them and you watch what they're doing. They inspire you without judgment to improve. So I'm going to ask you again before I run a commercial for Joe. Well, for Joe's show for indiecd.org. What are you doing coming into this week? What good are you putting out? Or are you just sitting there going to just do your time like an inmate in life till you get to the weekend? And if you're living like that, if you're going, I'm just trying to make it to the weekend, guys. That's your whole existence. Man, maybe it's time you think about it. I know I'm going to see a bunch of you at Indie Creator Con in Fowler, Indiana in 12 days. I know it. And it's going to be awesome. And when you do, when you show up, Remember, the admission is free so that you can give your money to the vendors and get cool stuff. So come out and see us. Come out and see all the good folks that Don's promoting. Come out and have a good time. Now, I'm an interesting folk. Yeah, well, I'm an interesting something or other. Well, we'll put it that way. But I don't hold a candle to the amazing folks in my chat. And I am almost 200 word comments behind. So it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a spicy one. Let's get it going, folks, and try to make today interesting. And boy, am I seeing some comments. I'm sorry, my comment dumps are having comment dumps. So it's the whole scroll up and it goes, no, no, no. All right. First through the door, the incomparable Dan Hollifield. Hit the like button, folks. Just a reminder, please hit like, hit share. And if you aren't subscribed to this so you don't miss anything on this network, that way you guys can catch the Art Time with Nick that happened when I got insomniac, a few days ago, somewhere around 3 a.m. when I'm like, I'm going to sit here and draw because I can't sleep. Oh, wait, I can stream. Click. But good morning, Dan Hollifield. I love seeing you in the chat. We'll definitely be plugging Apfillion in the near future. Yes, do what Dan said, everyone. Good morning, Alec. I hope you're having a glorious and spicy one. Good morning, everyone. And we've got an independent creator directory. Good morning, folks. Good morning, Joe. Morning, Joe. And there will be a Behind the Code tonight at 8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Behold, Captain Dyslexia! Away! Thud. Anyway, going to be a speed run on that show tonight. Yeah, Joe's got a lot to get done and not much time to do it in, so he's going to lay it and play it, my dear friends. He is hopping and popping, scooting and shooting, and that is the kind of that's the kind of Monday motivation I am glad to see. And we're joined by Trelena. Good morning, love. Morning, all. Morning, Trey. And 2 profiles to set up and show what I'm working on for the Burning is Love website in under an hour. Jeez, man, that's motivation. Sometimes I think it would take me an hour to parse the page when you're like, oh, and I'm just going to enter this. Ticket, type. Elena's greeting Alec. Thesis is greeting us all. Good morning, Thesis. May your sword be sharp and stay sheathed, because I hope you never need it. And we've got hi, Thesis. Good morning, part 2, The Revenge. Dawn has risen once again. It's the second dawn. It's the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Yes, as you can see, I am tired but inspired today. And Trelane is greeting everyone. And our own Donna. Donna's keeping it smooth. She's going to slow us down for a minute. Making sure that we keep spinning up the best of the best and disregard the rest, because Donna Carlene is keeping the mojo in the dojo. And Dawn's greeting Trey, and we got greetings, and Dawn said, I miss saying hi to a bunch of folks on No Warning, so if I missed anyone, good morning! Good morning, Dawn. Hey, Donna. And I know I was a little quieter. I could feel a good rant going, and my voice is a little scratchy today, so I'm trying to be gentle. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl Witzman. And we've got that. I was looking at the infographic show on YouTube, and I swear they were playing Carl Witzman's greatest hits of mysteries that they think they've solved. You should watch that. You'll see some real bangers, because I don't care what they say. Okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't trust the mainstream media. They don't know the truth. If you want the truth behind such things as the Mad Gasser of Mattoon County, if you want the truth of what happened behind the Somerton Man, do not believe what they try to feed you. Read Mr. Carl Witzman's books. You have a dang good time. I have no idea where that came from. And my mouse has... Okay, there we go. My cursor decided to take a walk off screen for a while. Hey, Witzman dude, we got greetings. We got Carl, I had to run BKM at 2x speed to catch up on the last of his show. That is hilarious if you've never tried it. Whoo! Brian K. Morris at 2x speed. Oh, God. Are you just looking to snort stimulants? I mean, my Lord in heaven. And I know I'm running through a lot of accents today. I've been writing Haints and Hellfire. I hear the different characters in their different accents. So I've got this spin wheel of accents going on. They're not as good as when Miss Saren does them, but they're pretty darn good. And Alex says, oh, I've done that before on this show when I got behind. Oh, my goodness. I would hate to hear me at 2x speed when I'm in Micro Machine Man mode. And good morning, Molly Daniels. Time for a cup of coffee number 2. Well, Molly's got some great stuff out. She's keeping caffeinated. I think she said she won't be able to make the Independent Creator Con, but miracles still happen. We are in a strange group of wonderful people, so I don't know yet. If you can't, you will be missed. If you can, you will be welcomed. Let's see. Thesis says, I watched the episode of Last Man Standing that you posted in the humor group last night, Carl. My side hurts from laughing so hard. Last Man Standing is amazing. And BCam already goes at 1.5 speed normally, so when he sped up, look out! I believe it, friends. The infamous taco episode. That was a great episode, Bladed. I know, Thesis. I watched it for the 3rd time after posting that. It's just hilarious, except for the part where Aunt Donna nearly collapses. Yes, the infamous taco episode. Bum, bum, bum. And you know what else is infamous, dear friends?
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan. And like I said, I'm going to be running some promotions to try to get things rolling. And here comes Nick. Yes, here he comes to save the day. Those crazy food trucks. Who doesn't love a good food truck? Accountability. First, Lulu.this. First, this breaking news. Lulu.com/shop/Carl Witzman. Death and Love Down Under ebook product and all this gobbledygook. Grant says, man, it must be years since I've seen you guys. It really feels that way, Grant. Whenever we are apart, I pine. I feel as though a piece of me has been left. I just found out that there is a hole in my shirt. Anyway. Good Lord, I typed that hours ago. I didn't think YouTube would let it stay. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Anything you put up before 9 o'clock is a dice roll according to YouTube. And hey, Dan. It's always good when old Dan comes down from the mountain to see what he can see about doing what needs done. Hey, Grant, and Accountability 2 found yet another delicious twist in the D.B. Cooper story. Gonna make some folks poop their pants. Wow! And yes, the letters P-E-O-P-L-E spells folks. That's F-O-K-X, folks. Anyway. You said that, and I was thinking about, and though it got solved, it's a great story. It's one you should look into. The gentleman who is affectionately known as D.B. Tuber, the only one that I know of to ever escape from a bank heist by tubing lazily down a river. I'm not making it up. Watching Donna cry uncle from laughing so hard was the best part. If you can get Donna Carleen to tap out, you must be doing something right, friends. Anyway, illustration, accountability. I'm taking a break from that. Okay. I've been working nonstop on art in school. So yesterday and today I'm doing nothing but Still doing things, if that makes sense. Absolutely. And I'm going to skip ahead to get the second part of that. Might be going down to local thrift store, help out more like I had yesterday. I spent 2 to 3 hours there volunteering my time, and it helped out a lot. Excellent. Glad to hear you. And I know exactly where you're going. And good morning, everyone. And we've got more greetings and greetings and greetings. And hey, Dan, I think YouTube lets the comments stay, but StreamYard will cut it off in Nick's chat. Basically, if anything goes wrong, it cuts everything off till before either it went wrong or when I go online. I'm not quite sure why, but it happens. And coffee time! Friends, if you have not had enough caffeine to function in today's society, I recommend you go forth and you acquire the blessed bean. Of course, I don't get any. Probably because I made too many jokes about blessed is the bean bringer of life. I should have known better, but poor Foxy was having some issues finding the stream this morning. I had it set up. This was not one of those where I was running late and popped it up. I had it set up, I want to say, night before last. I got my stuff in order. I could check for you, but I'm not going to do it right now because that would mean leaving the show. But might be going down to the local. Oh, yes, he already covered that. And hey, Trey. Or try, however we want to say it. And right thesis, I mean, poor Aunt Donna. I got to get some coffee. Don't we all? And good morning, everyone that popped in. Still trying to get stuff organized for tonight and create a map for the project at work. Map maker, lend me a map. No, I think that's awesome. See, now I'm wondering what kind of software you use to make the maps, because I'm going, can I edit that for, use something like that to do D&D map generation? Or is it like hyper overkill? I'll have to see what he says. It didn't want to show anywhere. That happens sometimes. If you missed it before, I'm launching League of Legends on Grant Draws tonight. And you know what that was, friends? Romans, countrymen. That was my good friend Grant asking me a question. Did you hear him ask that? I heard him ask that. He asked me, Nick, would you hit this button? To which I say, sure, Grant, I'll hit that button.
Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster, Mothman, the Jersey Devil, Chupacabra. For millennia, these creatures have perplexed the human race. But what if they are forces of good? What if they have been sent here by a federation of more advanced alien species to help and defend the human race? That's the premise of League of Cryptids, a new comic book by Grant Lankard, creator of the smash hits Beowulf and Memoirs of the Morbid. His new comic, League of Cryptids, is a 4-part story involving these 5 creatures banding together to defend Earth from an invading alien race, just as one of their members is losing faith in the human race and questioning their mission. The epic tale begins in League of Cryptids 1.
League of Cryptids is an amazing title, and it's an amazing bit of, can we say, some cryptid positivity? A little love for those who may or may not exist on the fringes of society. Yes, friends, we love our cryptids, whatever they may be, no matter how closeted they are. You know, if you're a cryptid, feel free to come out of the containment unit. It is okay. This is a safe space for you all. I am an ally. I'm only an urban legend, not a cryptid. But I feel your pain, friends. Now, let's see. And we're joined by Sarah. Sarah. Morning. Gonna listen while I have breakfast. Well, I hope the breakfast is nummy in your tummy, Sarah. And it's Sarah, have a good breakfast. And everybody's greeting Sarah. And Foxy says, might be the type of tech day I'm going to have. Oh, no. I hope I don't, because I'm working towards something that's going to be fairly monumental if I can get it to pull off. And if not, it'll be catastrophic. We shall see. Waves. Alec! See, there's love. And Foxy's made. Everybody's happy to see Foxy. Of course, everybody's usually happy to see Foxy. Look at all this love. And we're joined by Mike Jimmy Lorcher de Bron. Mike Jimmy. Hey, Daddy. How you doing? The original king of animation himself, which you should get hung up on whenever he streams. Follow this man. He's a great fella. How are you doing, Mike? And it's you too, Alec. And us up and around. Not the tent, Mike. LOL. And let's see. Oh, he's on the phone with a sick baby here only for a bit. Just a flu. We'll be fine. Lots of cuddles for Aurora. Well, all the love in the world for Aurora, Mike Jimmy. And for you too. It's a whopping 15 here at the moment. It was 29 when we came, when I logged into the studio today. So, hey, $40 is $40, twice as cheap at any price. Absolutely. And poor little Aurora. And Nick, I'm already all over the place for this con. Been working hard nonstop, and today is my break. You've been working. You need a rest. Resting is something I encourage. Don't feel bad about that. Just, be sure to get back up when you're done. Yes, Donna gives the best looks. In fact, you know what? I was just listening to Goku talk about the importance of rest. So if you're not going to listen to me, listen to the OG Super Saiyan. Oh, poor little. Hugs for the little one. If you're a member of Indie City and attending the con, reach out to Joey. Just tell him it has to do with me. Yes, please, because people keep asking for a list. And we're joined by the lovely Ice Queen herself. Ooh, look at, you've got yourself a new avatar, dear. Good morning, sweet Caroline. Hope you're having a good one. Bum, bum, bum. And it's worth taking a day here and there, Alec, always. Poor Aurora sending love. I'm not used to doing nothing, Foxy. I'm always doing something nonstop, overstressing myself in a sense. Then you need a break. If you don't schedule rest, your body will schedule it for you without your consent. At Joe, hey, I plan on being at the con. Yeah, I hope so. So did you catch that, Joey? Trey plans on being at the con. At Carl Witzman, your book has moved up to number 6 on my TBR. That is awesome. Accountability, I am on the last page of Life on Quora number 7 with the cover being colored by my colorist as we speak. Also find my Patreon if you want a preview. Ooh, got to love those Patreon exclusives. And woohoo, Molly, I'm moving on. Man, I almost did the Mickey Mouse squeak on, and I can't do it on purpose. But that one actually like strained something for a second there. Moving on up. He's moving on up to the bedstand. He's gonna spend the night amusing Molly. Anyway, hey, Queen and Molly. Which one, Molly? Hi, Trelana. And learning to take time is a bit, I bet, big thing, says Alec. I used to be like you. Burn the candle at both ends, add it in the middle. Trust me, it's not worth it in the end. Hi, I'm the poster child for burnout. Do these look like the eyes of people who get enough sleep? Anyway, no. You just want them to be like you. No, I want them to be better. Okay. Ooh, I almost hit Kevin Conroy in there. I will take that. That one came from the soul, folks. Did you hear that? That was pure, unadulterated Nick. Like, whoa. That voice usually only comes out when I'm smiting evil. Hey, Molly. And Carl Witzman, Matt Gasser, cheerleader, to be followed by the sequel and Donna's Woodstock Dreams. For all of you over 18 who want to go on a trip. Anyway, ooh, that was pretty smooth too. I'm a roll. Even if you're doing something, let it be something different that recharges you. Always keep a backup hobby you don't make money on. Because when your hobby turns into a hustle, how do you relax? Don't forget to like and share, folks. Hi, Aunt Donna. And yeah, I know, just a response on how I used to be. I used to just do absolutely nothing and have everything pile up. It was not fun trying to find balance. I get that. And makes sense. There's my boy, Alec. Hey, Grant. Cool. And review submitted. Thank you, Dan Hollifield. And what he's talking about, in case you came late into the show. This went out. This was published January 15th. Now, if you work on Amazon, this is really important. The way they rank your book and how they will promote it within, even without you adding any advertising bucks, which I have no bucks to add. I've got no bucks to add. My bucks have all run dry. I went to catch some and the bucks went out and died. Anyway, I've got no bucks to give. Yeah. Anyhow, you get ranked by your reviews and your purchases. And they almost weigh heavier the number of reviews, because that means the people are willing to interact, and the people who are interacting are more likely to buy books. That's what Amazon wants. They want to use your book to sell more of other people's books so that they get more money. That's how you prove to them that you're a good deal. And unfortunately, current rate of income dictates I stay home during the Fowler event. Sorry, I hope to see you all next fall. Absolutely. It happens. I'm not going to begrudge you. I just, I will miss you. And we aren't going either, Molly. What? Yes, I'm going to miss Molly not being able to be at the convention. You understand? I don't think she's going to be mad. She may be a little sad. She can't afford her table fee, bud. And while I want to give it to her for free, I got to be able to afford the site fee. So what I did is I divvied up the site fee among all the vendors, giving a share to myself to pay to make it fair. That way I didn't have to charge the attendees, because I want them to spend that money on the other vendors. You understand? Okay. And of course, thesis and I live rather far away. It is true. And Molly spews coffee all over the keyboard. You stop shouting. And you'd be amazed the amount of shtick I would consider changing for an amount of money. There was a sports ball thingy. No one told me. Oh, well, had fun and I missed it. Yes, the sports ball folks had a big episode. It was their season finale. And all these sports ball cosplayers came out. And all the sports ball ads came out and the supporting ads. It was a really big to-do. I don't know what it was about, but I know Taylor Swift was there. So it might be something like the Emmys, something else I don't watch. Anyway, Don Dulos, accountability. Get as much done for IndieCD.con as I can, prepare physically and mentally to survive the con itself. Absolutely. I am going to be, after this show, going to my living room and cracking open a big pin maker and trying to puzzle out how that thing's going to go, to see what new pins I can make, and trying to find some template things to make my world a little easier. But while we're here, I might as well run an ad. I have a comment dump, and so I'm going to anchor on that. And oh my. Oh, dear Lord in heaven. I'm not getting out of here in time to watch Nita and Daphne. Okay, cool. I love it. Wait, no. It went away. My comment dumps are having comment dumps. There we go. But before we do that, let's do something like this.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santastine, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Brian K. Morris is an incredible creator, and Santastine is a great book. Right now, his big seller is The Terrors. However, I don't have an ad for that. Okay, now back to the comments. And let's see. You'll do good, Dawn. I have no doubts. Absolutely. Just be sure to give yourself a few days chill lead up. If stuff isn't done, it isn't done. You do your best. We'll have a lot of fun. We're going to have to figure out the food situations and stuff, but we'll make it all work. I'm more than a little annoyed at myself this morning. I've been playing with an online drum kit to add a piece of music I'm working on. I was quite pleased with the beat I created. Okay, good. You're working through it. We need to plan a trip once I turn 18, probably just past that, to go out to you and Thesis Foxy, have a silly outing, me and Ethan stealing folks here. Just kidding. Rent a bus. Oh, I love those days. Over PA. Clean up on Molly's keyboard. And here at Al's Supermarket in South Haven, Indiana, we'd like to remind you all that, dear customers, we will never give you up, never let you down, never turn around or desert you. Have a lovely day. Click. And yes, friends, I used to rickroll Al's whenever the boss wasn't in and I had access to the overheads. Okay. I kind of miss the sound of the platen reaching the end and going back to the beginning. Okay. I missed something. Dan Hollifield says, hopefully my coworkers didn't mind the yelling and counterpounding coming from the lumber area during the first half last night. My boss didn't write me up for watching it. Oh, I really think that the Super Bowl should be a national holiday because there are a lot of people who pursue it with religious fervor. Last Friday, Foxy informs me that is almost exactly the same as the beginning of Down with the Sickness. Now I have to decide if I want to keep it or start completely over with a new track. Oh, that hurts. Oh. And let's see. Foxy says, you're welcome to come visit, Alec, though I advise a lot of lotion. I understand it's a desert climate. I understand that it can be dry. I also understand that, sun lotion for those of us who are flammable when exposed to daylight. But Lord in heaven, I can't be held accountable for that one. Okay. Trelane says, started off the week yesterday with putting up ledges by the windows for hobo, getting more hooking done for the con. Hashtag not the green room. Wow, look at the timing on that. And taking care of random adulting this week. Wow, I just pulled the Chevy Chase hard on that one. Hi. Uh, Dan says, I have to watch the GIMP instructional videos again. I can't figure out how to get it to save something with a transparent background to use as a copy-paste template file. Frustrating. Ping should let you do that. And if not, I think that GIMP should have a fill tool, and you can set it for transparent. So with the little white and gray checkerboard looking thing in your color swatch that you select for it, I think GIMP has that feature. It's been a while since I played with GIMP because I basically live on Clip Studio Paint, sometimes Krita, and Paint.net. I was all excited about MS Paint getting layers, and they didn't get multiply layers, and they added AI. And LOL lotion that smells good, though. It's nice. It's quite dry here. Thesis just change it a bit. It's an homage. There's that word again. Lotion, Foxy. Intriguing. Yeah, my body's weird. It goes, oh, it's dry? Should that bug me? I'd better not find out that's an insult. Dan, use the PNG format. Yep. Good lotion is one of the small luxury joys of life. Yeah, and Trey deserves more luxuries. Joey, she just said something about lotion. I guess that, with Valentine's Day coming up, it might not be a bad idea to add some lotion to the mix. That's called a subtle hint. For us husband types, yeah. Now, being that we're husband types, we'll take it wrong, but that's okay too. Lotion is good, Carl, when you live in the desert. Lotion is good everywhere. Indeed. Hashtag not the green room. And Dan says, I still made a mistake somewhere, and the background comes out opaque, even though it was created with a transparent background. That's weird. Look up Krita. You are a talented enough, skilled enough individual that you should have no problem with the learning curve for it. It is very similar to Photoshop. It's basically, if you had Photoshop on one side and Clip Studio Paint on the other, Krita is right in the middle of it. It's a great program and it's free. I can't remember if you need to have online access to do it, though. If not, I wouldn't say go look for something you're familiar with on a site that has old versions on it. I would never say that. But how's your first few days of retirement going, Dan? Inquiring minds want to know. Is the paper layer visible, Dan? That sounds like that's the issue. That's possible. Yeah. Oh yeah, Nick will know how to do that. I think I had it to choose it somewhere on the menu. Yeah, I know a lot of times if you export it, it will say checkbox for make background transparent. Just make sure if you have like whites of eyes or anything that you paint the whites in. I guess my accountability lately is walking more for my health and such things. But it hurts. I concur. I'm sorry, Foxy. Hey, Mike Jimmy. Hey, Donna. See, everybody loves Donna. And good for you, Foxy. Just don't overdo it. And Molly Daniels, Dan's replying, intoxicating, but some bits are frustrating. It's pouring rain and cold, so I can't start my home handyman projects yet. I'm right there with you, Dan. My honey-do list is rather impressive, and then I have convention stuff. Been doing my best, as Foxy. It's fine line some days. Today I shall take it easy, as body is telling me yesterday was too much, and that's what you do. It's the only way you can progress, folks. And it's not completely the same, Carl. It's a bit slowed down from the sickness, and the end is different. Just close enough that it annoys me. Thought I was making something original. It is really challenging to keep total originality in music. But I think if you keep working on it and tweaking things, it'll be it'll be better. And going to be a 3 coffee morning. Ain't it just? It's hard to make something original after thousands of years of humanity. And failure is a sign you're trying. Yep. And Mike say, well, I'm joining Aurora with the flu. Stomach is starting to hurt. Oh, well, it'll pass. Oh, Mike, get better feeling. Foxy offers a bucket. Oh, yeah. Once I get more information, I might go to New York for a 2-day trip as a future 2025 GSA club leader. I am waiting for the meetings to take place to decide if I want to go. Continuing. It's for GSA and just an outing. I'm not sure what exactly it is, hence why I'm wanting to go for the meeting. It's also fully paid for. Fully paid for? If you get handed a fully paid for trip of any sort, you almost always take it, especially if it's a trustworthy organization, which I assume GSA is. GSA Girl Scouts of America? And I liked your Beats thesis. Yes, it's similar, but not the same. And Mike Jimmy will be okay. Accountability. Got my newsletter out today. You're doing better than I am. Mike Jimmy, tomorrow. Hope you and Aurora feel better. Dan says, I know I can do this, even though I haven't puzzled it out yet. I can, I will, and nothing can stop me. Heck yes. Get it done, Dan. I get caught between poor me and that was really stupid too often in my life. And a lot of us get trained to be. I've only been nerfed by the universe because it knows not to allow me at my full power. I preach on. Preach on. The only reason I walk with a limp is because the universe could not handle a Nick who was not gimpy. Okay? I mean, imagine the force of destruction I could be. I mean, growth, creation. I don't know. Amen, Dawn. And me too. And on the plus side, I've got a tester piece of merch for the tea house. Excellent. Coming my way. Won't be here in time for my stream this weekend, though. And yeah, automating the wood burning would take all the art out of it. I agree, but I had to ask the question. And Trelane says, seeing the lines in Joe's work and knowing each and every one of them was made by him is awe-inspiring. I've gotten lost in looking at the lines before. That's true art, my friends. If you ever get a chance to see an actual Van Gogh, and it's quiet enough, get real close as they'll let you go. Don't look at the painting, okay? Bear with me. Don't look at the image. Look at the structure of the brush strokes. Instead of looking at it for its pigment, see it for the sculpture that it is, the bas relief of the subtle variations of pressure in the brush strokes. It's exquisite. That's one of those things I love to look at in paintings, where I can see, where you can almost visually feel the waves and troughs of the oil. The slight give, because it never quite, it takes forever for oil to truly cure. It's really something to look into. And yeah, the laser wood burner would be a really nice tool if you want your own personal art in mass production, not print random things on wood. That's why I would like to get one to design mass production of BSRs, where that way I could make more wooden BSRs out of MDX, which is a wood-like material, that I could then put out in bulk, because the new mode I'm doing will outpace by far the amount of BSRs I can make. It's also why I'm working in 3D. And Joey is having a paranormal event. He's speaking to someone off screen, so I have no idea who it is. It's terrifying. Charlie says, I can't wait to see the merch. And most of the people in pyrography consider it what I do cheating to begin with because printing the design and transferring it to acetone before I burn. A lot of people can feel that way. And boy, did Joe pick the right time to not be paying attention, so he'll have to catch this later. But I watch you put in the hours. And there will come a time where you'll get a wild hair up and you'll do freehand. I have absolute faith that you'll get a wild hair up and do freehand. Don't worry about it, Joe. You just keep working. They feel that should be either hand traced using carbon paper or actually just done totally freehand. And they can feel that. Oh my God, I realized that while I was getting notifications for Thesis's channel, it wasn't turned on. Dang, YouTube now is turned on. Prepare for Alec in your future chats, Thesis. And ICD says, Anyway, now I agree with Mike Jimmy. If it was my own art I created, I could see using a laser burner to mass produce stuff, which is what I would do if I weren't in a booth with Joey, because I don't want to compete in his art form with him. That's not fair. And it's just a test piece so far to see if I like the design that I made. At Joe, that's dumb. That's like saying a tattoo artist is cheating by using a stencil and not freehanding. Thank you. Thank you. And yes, he's turned away. He's talking to you in real time right now, Trey. I assume, unless someone else is in there. But dang it. Yeah, it says, I did my time. I'm free now. Nothing can stop me. As like the lights, lightning crackles and glows behind old Dan's eyes. Everyone has their own style, Joe. If it looks good, and I can see about putting it on t-shirts and such. And you're welcome in my chat anytime, Malcolm. That's good. It's time to run an ad. This is going to be one of those later shows. Who needs an ad? Everybody needs an ad. Let's run an ad.
Hey there, everyone. This is Donna Carlene. Want some romance mixed in with a dead body or more? Then you enjoy my Hunter's Ridge series. Set in a small town in Alabama, it's the story of Northern Rider computer tech Carly Simone and the love of her life, Captain B.J. Martin of the Hunter's Ridge PD. But life in a small town is not all roses and beer, as Carly's expertise in true-life crime-telling makes her the Hunter's Ridge murder expert. And then there's nowhere to go dancing except the Dixie with its country music. But Rocker Carly can adjust, can't she?
I love subtle world building. I love that, like, when you get that mix of where the world itself intersects with the character. And every time I hear that ad, I think about that, because it's a case of you have this character who is not a country music fan, surrounded and forced to live in the realm of country music. And let's see. Indie CD is talking to Trey, saying, Trelane, I agree. Should it be a matter how the design gets there as long as the finished product is done by hand? Only 200? We're slacking. But it's quality commentary. That would be like someone telling me that the drawing for one of my oil paintings doesn't count because I used carbon paper to trace the original drawing onto a canvas before I got started. Exactly. Balderdash. I'm hoping some of my Indie CD branded stuff gets here before the con. Didn't order a bunch for sale, but wanted something to wear to promote the brand. I'm just hoping that you get to I hope you get to show some stuff off, because I am proud to say I'm the first one to design advertising stuff for Indie CD, and he's allowed to use it. Now, I balled him out. Yeah, you. I know you're not listening to me, but I balled you out, Joseph. Yeah. Ooh, Joey. Yes. Joey makes you go, ooh. Oh, I don't have to nag Don about Munzie today. Oh, excellent. And his guide, 2023 Guide to Munzie. Stupid YT is holding the comments again. It does that. I need to upload the new version of Munzie book back to Lulu, but I didn't like the file for some reason. I need to fix that. Yeah. Yeah. Don says, I just had a vision. Artists draw something in black and white. Commission Joey to burn it. Boom. Eek. Ooh, I'd love to see what Joey does with one of my drawings. See, right now he's hiding and talking. But yes. Sounds like an idea, Don. And it is possible as long as they don't go crazy with fine lines. Probably use it for toilet paper. Wow. If I like the design I made, I wonder if he could do wood burn for me. Pondering. You'll have to reach out to Joe Bachman you know what? Here. Just go to this link and reach out to Joe Bachman. You know, just go through to indiestudio.org, join up, reach out to Joe Bachman, see what he can get you. I'm sorry, I looked down and I thought Joe was making a commentary and he was just shaking his inhaler. I looked up and Joe was doing this. I'm like, the heck? It was his inhaler. See, he's going to put his ears on and find out that I've been talking about him this whole time. Going back to Don's comment, I would rather look back and say, well, that was stupid. Look at and think, poor me. Yes. So, yes, by all means, commission all that stuff to Joe. No, he wasn't listening, but he read the comments. So I hope he has the good sense to realize that people want to buy his stuff. I'm devil's advocate. I make more work for people. Sniff. Do you smell that? Smells like collaborations. I love the smell of collaborations in the morning. Well, that's why Joey knows all he has to do is Joey has permission to go through my DA gallery and go black and white. Sure, I can use this. He knows that. You better know that. They should combine a vape with an inhaler. Maybe more people would use them who need it. Anyway, is that what it is, Trey? No, I smell Italian beef in the crock pot. Oh, God! You don't just hit a fat man with Italian beef in the crock pot and let him know it's, a couple hundred miles away. Oh, I felt that in where my abs are under my belly. It was like, Italian beef in a crock pot? Ooh, that sounds yummy. True, what's been due, but sometimes you have to wallow a bit before you pull up your big person pants. And there's nothing wrong with an appropriate level of wallowing. And I have my eye on another wood burner that does have a tip that would allow me to do fine lines. It's only about $320, LOL. Well, Joe, I think that somebody should buy that for you. Let's do that because my phone is making noises it doesn't need to make. And if it gets more argumentative, I will take it. You know what? I'm going to take it off the Wi-Fi too. Wow, my Wi-Fi has been so good, I've had my phone on this whole time. Hot diggity dog. Either that or it's burnt toast and I should seek a medical professional. Oh, God, Trey, you cannot stroke out now. DB Tuber was pretty ingenious and completely hilarious. I'm sorry, that dude should have gotten a pass. He should have just gotten a pass. It's like, yeah, you stole and we caught you, but you're really, really cool when you did it. So what we're going to do is you're going to sign over the rights to that story and we're going to make money off of it. And, that money is going to go towards charity or something. And you could just be on your way. That's what should have happened. Morning, everyone. And hiya. Morning, Chris. Everybody loves Chris. Morning. And let's see. Anyone that has a design, this black and white line they would like to burn, feel free to send it over to me. If it's, I can see if it's something I'm comfortable with trying. See, Joe rules. And like I said, even though he has like thousands and thousands of usable images, he can hop my site. And if Joe needs something specific, all he has to say is tap, 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 Nick, draw, monkey, draw, go. And I look at, and the computer glares at me, you're drawing for him, right? It's like, yes, sir. I draw. I put pen to paper. I go, draw, draw, draw. Draw. Draw, draw, draw. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm turning into a Muppet again. Give me a moment. Where Muppets? Where Muppets? It's a thing. Where Muppets? Where Muppets? I don't want to forget that. Oh, that's my old phone. Hold on. I like that too much. I'm going to go here. I'm going to say, where Muppets? And I'm going to send that word to Mandy. So, I literally just sent her the word, where Muppets. She has no idea why I sent her the word, where Muppets. But if you guys think you get random stuff from me in your email or messenger or whatever, no, Mandy gets worse. And let's see. Oh, that reminds me, I have to turn Lindsay's leftover spaghetti sauce into a couple bowls of chili today. Just need to the store after the show to get a couple cans of pinto beans. Y'all are making me hungry. And frat comfortable trying, Joey. Wow. Don's just like, it's like, what? Burn, monkey, burn. Poor Joey's like, okay, fine. Burn. Man, we are not alike at all. Anyway, covers ears. Too late for the squee. Don't forget the carrots, Dan. Carrots. I am not John Lamau. Carrots and chili. You know what? You do you. I won't yuck your yum as I put more pineapple on my pizza and blare Nickelback. Anyway, this is just showing the start and end of the project on a map for when we submit letter of interest. It's just Google. Oh, it's just Google Earth with place markers. I don't have Google Mistrum Kater, so I can't just open up my, well, actually I have an internal, but, can't just be like, print. See, if we could get that Neuralink as something wearable, where, I don't have to have a chip in my brain, I'd be tempted. It's a bad day for me, says Chris Walker. This was the day my mom died. 12 days later, the previous year, my dad died. I don't like February. Well, Chris, everybody has times of the year like that. So you are not alone in the burden of loss and tragedy. Brian would say here, I hope all the memories are golden. And I agree with that sentiment. I just also want you to agree, never feel bad. And this goes to everybody. Never feel bad if you feel sad, if you feel an emotional burden or a weight, and you come on the show to mention it. Because I'm here to support you guys. Not just when it's sunny and folks are making money and everyone's having fun. Okay? I'm here for when you guys could use a goofball. Because that's what I do. So, thank you. All the love in the world to you, Chris. And tomorrow will be a better day. Hey, Chris, big hugs. Huggies, actually. And John from Stupid Clock made chili at Holocon, but it had carrots in it. Everyone lost their mind. I still ate it. I mean, it might be good. It just not something I've done. Hugs, Chris. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I kind of know what that's like. And woohoo! And my condolences, Chris. Wishing for a better one. Sorry, Chris. Hugs to you, Chris. That end of next month is going to be hard for me. So I know how you are feeling. One day at a time, guys. You reach out, pull you up. One of my favorite, I don't know if you want to call it a real sermon or not, The words come from a Neil Diamond song. It says, when you see your brother or sister in need, you reach down to them, because that's what that arm's for. When you're in need, you reach up to the Lord, because that's what he's there for. Friends, we're only going to get better by helping each other out. And we can only help people who have the courage to say, I have a problem. I'm hurting, or I'm sad, or I'm facing a challenge I can't face alone. Or shouldn't have to. That's what we're about here, guys. That sucks, Chris. Foxy says, we lost my dad, granddad, father, a year and 16 days apart in December. Sorry to hear that, Chris. Hugs, Chris. Oh, I think we all understood, Grandpa. I'm sorry, Chris. I typed woohoo about Nick playing my trailer before I saw what you typed. It happens. No worries. John's chili needed the carrots because it was too dang hot. Mixing in Dan's chili helped some. Okay. Now, see, I've heard of carrots being used as heat deadening, and I will admit I've made some really good stew out of old chili because I added like assorted vegetables and other things, and possibly even dropped dumplings in it. Got it hot, added enough water for the dumplings. It's good. Not now, y'all are making me hungry. And actually, 1 second. Hey, Xander, do you want put your nuggets and fries in? Okay, bud? Can you do that? No? Okay. You don't have to eat them right away, but it'll be like a half hour before they're done, pal. So if you do that, you'll have it ready. Just think about it. We'll talk in a bit. Hugs, Chris. My chili improves everything. His chili brings all the boys to the yard, boys to the yard. His chili brings all the boys to the yard. Anyway, hugs, Foxy. That sucks right down, especially in my moods. Yep. My buddy did a shutdown because I didn't listen to the rest when I needed it. It happens. Hugs for Dawn. I refer to the 2000 and teens as my decade of death. Both my parents, both grandparents, both cousins, friends, and my baby brother all left this mortal realm. Well, to have your whole world taken apart like that is a heavy burden and is something to endure. And that is a great and powerful tragedy. But I do believe, from my observation, enduring that sort of thing has made you an empathic and a kind person. And I think that all those who you love, who you lost, are looking from the hereafter upon you, and they are proud of who you are, Chris. And we are all glad to know you, sir. You're a force of good in your world. And I think that's something you need to remember. And been there too, Dawn. And, Chris, that's a lot to bear. And Dawn, let me see. Why is this glitching now? Okay. Please be more careful with your health. I would go mad if anything happened to you. And Dawn says, I try. I learned now. I learned the hard way. Yes. Thesis says, I like to think my hip accident was the universe telling me to rest. Or at least that's what I tell myself, so I feel better about tripping over a stair. Honestly, I think your hip accident was telling you to rest and giving you the perspective you didn't have of what it's like to be weak, to be unable to do things that others can. I think, especially as someone who instructs a martial art to people with disability, understanding disability from a measure of experience, even temporary, is a great wisdom. And that's how I feel about some of the injuries I've incurred, that is. And let's see. Molly says my wake-up call was in 2000 when a bee entered the car and I hit a tree trying to get it off my hand. They come when you least expect it. There must be a lot of comments coming in because my system's glitching. And it's not on my end. Whoo! Let's see. Yikes, Molly. And all or something thinking rather than all or nothing thinking. Yeah, that's how you get through it. I've been flying on my book. And this isn't the right phone for that. I got to put that phone over there. You doing okay, bud?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard some noise. Everything okay?
Boots just whipped the bag of wood.
Is it a big mess?
I cleaned it up.
Thank you, Xander. And dang, Molly. And you would think the neck fusion would have been my wake-up call. Nope, the detaching tendon in my elbow did it. Whoo! Let's see. Dawn says hi, Xander. Well, can you come over here so they can hear you? Because a lot of people are saying hi to you.
Hi, Dawn.
Okay. And Foxy says hi. Foxy says hi. And Sarah says
Hi.
Sarah says hi. Do you need a drink?
It's just the way that my foot is being when I keep yelling out.
Well, that's why I tried to let you come over closer. And Trelena says hi.
Hi.
And Thesis says hi.
Hi.
Okay. That's through the greetings there. All or something is my new mantra. My to-do lists make sense to no one but me. I get that. I respect that. And man, this is getting glitchy. So what I'm going to do is close this. Save. Let me do something real quick because it's being a little weird. And I don't know if it's my net or not. Just got to set something up because I was doing hand practice in the background. Close that, and that might make things better. Oh, Nick, make sure to post the flyer on the Benton County community page. If you want, I can post it there, but I think you would prefer to post. If you can, just throw it up. I don't care how the flyer gets there. Making sure it's there, though, is wonderful. And Molly says, tell Amanda I appreciate it, but I'm also scheduled to work that day. I see. I'm sorry to hear that, Molly. I will. And it's been mine too, Dawn. Better for seeing what's been accomplished than looking at everything piled up that we end up beating ourselves up about. Yep. And Alex says, insert Rick dancing. And Grant is going to work. So everybody's going to say bye to Grant. And I'm just going to skip those comments to give my system a chance to catch up because, whoo, am I behind? Oh, wow. Okay. Whew, okay. And we're going to go. And Grant said goodbye to everybody. And we're going to go straight to the next comment after the things. The best part of the first half of the Super Bowl last night was the commercials. Didn't really get interesting until the third quarter. Cool. Last night, Mandy and I put on the audio book dramatization version of Vampire Hunter D Volume 1 of the novels and played Minecraft. That's how we handled Super Bowl Sunday. And why do I play Minecraft? Because it's something I enjoy that I refuse to monetize. I have some things. Foxy, I broke Nick. Not quite, but you certainly gave me a ding with that lotion bit and takes a bow. And everybody's agreeing with you. And Alex saying Lamau and good job. Yeah, let's see. Sarah says, whoop, maybe. Yeah, I caught that too with lots of lotion. Need for not saying anything. Yep, Molly says, wow, okay, for some reason my internet is doing that thing where it just doesn't want to. Well, actually, it's StreamYard. I don't think. Yeah, my internet's working. It's just StreamYard. Okay, we got comment dumps. That's what's going on. Let me see. Let me see if it will let me scroll through. Because if it gets too many comment dumps, it gets funky. Random adultery? Yes. Adulting, adultery. That's called Freudian slips right there. I'm sure Carl is having fun with that, and thus the lotion. And Thesis says, I didn't even watch. I care very little for sports ball, but Foxy is from Missouri, and my older brother is an OG Niners fan. So I had fun teasing him, go KC. I get you. So we tease a little. Yes, there's teasing. There is so much teasing. And that's not counting what goes on in the background. Teasing lightheartedly is the best. Absolutely. And it is. My brother is the only one of my siblings I can actually stand. I understand that too. Family is something that can be challenging. Gender sexuality alliance. That makes so much more sense. Although they probably don't have cookies. That makes so much more sense, Alec. I don't know what that one's about, though. So double check that organization before you go wherever you go. And downloading Krita now. Excellent. And I know I scrambled that, but you know what he's saying. Quite a different organization than Girl Scouts. Yeah, I stay far away from Girl Scouts. As a fat man, I have to as well, for the safety of all. Because, I could harm some Samoas right now. God, you guys are just food tempting me. I haven't even got my breakfast today. Y'all are. There's villainy afoot, Joe. There is villainy afoot. And Joe is showing solidarity towards villainy. The only thing I step close for is cookies, and even those changed a lot. Yeah, I get the dollar store knockoffs. I won't lie. Me too, Alec. Possibly for a different reason. I don't look good in stripes. My doctor said I should stay far away from Girl Scouts. Looks at multiple boxes of Girl Scout cookies in the kitchen. And Alex Ding Lamau Joe. And most of the time I get cookies from my nieces without actually having to deal with people. Krita installed. Excellent. Joey may be taking a hobo in the house. Oh, Joey may be talking to a hobo in the house. Well, because you were doing and wow, we're still promoting that hack. That hack is a good kisser. Yep, that hack is worth promoting. And kissing. I honestly don't, at this point, I've lost who they might be referring to. So that's a little problematic. And is your Indie CD merch including gradients? So, Joey, is your Indie CD merch including gradients? Is it? They want to know. You're muted.
Not yet, but I can make it possible.
Oh, talk dirty to me, Joseph. Anyway, you are such a brat. Anyway, that exchange right there is going to get me DMs again. I know I'm going to have people in my DMs using off-color language about my situation. It's okay, guys. It's okay. And Alec. I wish Nick would bring Joey up so we can watch him not pay attention. You know, I was tempted. I really was, but the conversation that was being had between him and Trey after a while, because she sort of leaned into the screen, looked like it might be serious enough. I didn't want to risk poking fun. Once I'm 18, I got to go commission him. One of the few things that don't have gradients. Pistachios. Why are you guys making me fatter? Now you're back. While we were talking serious shop about you. Jeez. I know. Everybody's talking about the glory that was Joseph, and what was he doing? I wish I could share my, like, the secret back recording that shows what's going on in the little matchboxes sometimes, because that was a slice of fried gold. Wife was getting ready to leave to run some errands. I got distracted by Hobo. Now, see, that's fair on two parts, because one, cats are distracting, and two, and I say this with all due respect and you know, courtesy provided, Trelena is one of those people that I hate to see her go, but love to watch her leave. And it's just one of those things. So I understand fully Joe being distracted. I didn't even get a flinch from that joke. He didn't even bat an eye, y'all. He knows me too well. Chris has got some family in KC, so go Chiefs. Paramount Plus commercial with Creed was interesting. Weird, so wrong, yet entertaining too. Well, my plan is when I will get a chance to see all of those on some YouTube conglomeration compilation thing, and I don't know. And see, she's like, I knew a hobo had something to do with it. Dun, dun, dun. Dawn pulled out her little, like, deer hunter hat and her magnifying glass. Or was she going full Velma? That's up for you to decide. Bye, Trey. Have fun running errands. That was like 23 minutes ago. I'm sure the errands are being run as we speak, depending on the errands. Trelena and Hobo are worthy and pleasant distractions. My logo is color, but might translate well to black and white, says Molly Daniels. Alex says, I got a new hoodie. It says, I'm okay. It's not my blood. Oh, that's the future of the Historical Fencing Guild right there. Do you have Shocky Monkey? I have no idea what's going on with that reference. That's great, Alex. Love it. Where Muppets? Where's Richie? Where Muppets? Beep, beep, Richie. Got a lunch date with Bestie. Time to go see everyone Wednesday. Later. Well, we'll see you. I'm glad I set this short show today. Have fun. Molly almost spewed coffee again. Later. Bye, Donna. And I have another comment dump. Y'all are just rocking it today. Okay. I got to get through some of these so that I can do commercials at the end. Ooh. Okay. I'll be right back. I heard my back door open and I'm home alone. Okay. And just to skip ahead, because that concerned me suddenly, I did not want to bump into that with a 15-minute lag. It was just my mom's boyfriend. He was fixing the fence and came through the back door. Now, if I were less scared, I would have made a horrible joke about that, but I was scared, so I'm not going to. And, Chris Walker is a YouTube name in here. Hugs, Chris. See? My mind tuned in with the name in the midst of my adulting requirements. I said adulting that time. I spoke properly. Jeez. Okay. Scared me half to death, but you know, yes. I'm a YouTube name? Apparently so, Chris. And adulting is overrated. I gotta watch that one. Y'all can make me work with that. And Chris has his own. Wait, better not type this last word. And oh yes, let's not and say we didn't. Yes, it is, Sarah. I've been doing it as a teenager. Not to the full extent yet, but pretty close. And something I should probably promote more often than I do, says Joe, but there is a merch store for Indie CD. I need to add some more and change a few things, like the prices. Yeah, we got to figure out how to make the Indie CD pants that the one girl is wearing on the couch for the picture I did for you. Because people asked me, Nick, is Joe going to do those pants? And I'm like, okay, I will speak to Joe. And then I promptly forgot it for several months because it's me. But that was all distraction to hide from the fact that in 1978, a group of commandos were convicted of a crime they did not commit after promptly escaping from a maximum security facility. They escaped the Los Angeles underground. If you can find them, and if you can afford them, maybe you can hire the A-Team. And I know I butchered that, but it was close enough to hear at least one of us go, bum, 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 bum. I promise that I'm still alive. Glad to hear it. I must go feed the cats and see Don off. I'll check back. Whether I want to be or not. Just kidding. Uh-oh, you better be alive. Hi, Ethan. Or I'm dreaming, Ethan. Everybody's greeting Ethan and saying goodbye to people. And just I'm not a YouTube expert. I just watch and subscribe to certain things. I like a bunch of videos and channels like this one. Why, thank you. And you too should join Chris Walker in liking, sharing, and subscribing to this video. Hi, Ethan. And we got Ethan's. And we got Silly Boots. I used to wear Silly Boots. Don, I'm sorry what I did. Nick just read. I have a pure chocolate cookie. Cookie. And referencing everyone's losses, we cannot be cured. What cannot be cured must be endured. Loss is difficult and challenging, but since it's inescapable, enduring it and moving on is our only reasonable option. Yep. No rushing to turn 18, minors. Enjoy those years with enabled shenanigans. That's in the vast majority of cases, I say, and I agree to that because it is different, but I certainly can understand in Alex's situation why he's in that position. Ethan says, I just turned 18 last month, and y'all, yeah, I know. And Don says, we all love Xander. Alex says, I'm the only minor here. Hi, Xander. Missed you. No, Xander's hearing everything I say, so I have to be careful too. And Alec is probably more mature than the adults here. Just saying. That's not much of an accomplishment. I mean, I'm wearing going out clothing right now. Ethan, being an adult has its fun moments, but also responsibilities. Yep. I bet you acted your shoe size. If you acted your shoe size, you'd be bigger than me, Alec. Wow. Don, personal experience says you're right about Alec. Maturity is less fun when you have such a devious mind. Yeah, I agree with that, Ethan. Ask Nick and Ethan. They both can tell you a lot of their views on me and my maturity. Thesis, define devious. No, thesis, don't. Alec is a gremlin at soul, and I don't have a heart. I have a soul. You have both. And y'all being adorable. I would, Ethan, but this is not a green room. Thank you. That's what I figured. And y'all's minds are down in the gutter with that lotion comment. Right, I was being innocent. I know. No. It was the lots of that did me in. And your mind doesn't decide to go to the gutter sometimes, Alec. I don't see any ill intent behind lotion. Ethan. Let's see. I'm an angel in this chat. Our DMs are our DMs. Wow. Y'all. Okay, guys. Woo. I'm going to run an ad for a second. Let's see. Who needs an ad? Oh. I know he needs an ad.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach.
Well, I hit the run.
But he hadn't just washed up.
And it
Oh
didn't.
no. He was
That's
very
odd.
nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But there were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tamam Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found a suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu.com in both ebook and print format.
Okay, let me get back to where I was. What happened was, Alex said, I'm an angel in this chat. Our DMs are DMs. Ethan just choked on his mac and cheese. Trees. I think that's very close to a brand of knockoff, like non-dairy cheese. It's a wonderful typo. You made me choke on shells and cheese. Trees, Foxy. Say trees. LOL. No, don't get me started on the Girl Scout cookies. Trees. Do you see that, friends? That's going to be a thing. Shares, trees. I don't know. I can't have Samoa cookies. I'm sorry. I will eat some for you. Good stuff. I like that. Choked on a wet noodle. And hi, Alec and Xander and Nana. And everybody's having a good time. That reminds me, I need to pay my dealer, Cookie Mom, $10. Yep. A little problematic. Nick, 2024. Y'all are problematic, but I love you. I need to find a dealer. Yes, make it possible. Gradients. Do you see what you've done to my chat, Joe? Do you see how you've infected these young minds? This has gotten...
I infected him for the best.
The scary part, guys, scary part of that. The true tragedy is he got to me too. So yeah, please come to the Independent Creator Convention. Free admission to the public, authors, artists, and more. Here. 410 South Aidway, A. Fowler, Indiana. 47944. Open to the public 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern, because I have to be there that long. And I have to stay on site the whole time. So that's a thing. Now, it got interesting quickly. And no, you had it right the first time, Molly. I was clean for almost a year. Then the dealer showed up outside of Walmart again. I can't say anything because I have a literal card catalog full of, fine luxury cardboard rectangles, also known as magic cards. I have more magic cards than most game shops, and I'm still like, well, I need this one and this one and this one. We all have our addictions, friends. I haven't seen any around town so far. And I missed the pistachio comment. Almonds all the way, baby. Almonds are good too. Yes, express your favorite nuts. We haven't. Seen our dealers yet? Oh, her 50. Jeez. Now, honey roasted peanuts for the win. Honey roasted peanuts. This is the part where I go, honey roasted sunflower seeds. Just don't look at the calories involved. Oh my God. I think I have a bag somewhere. Have to be careful with peanuts. I'm not allergic. I'm just sensitive to them. Oh, stop making me hungry. That's all you've done. The hubby's paying the $50. I'm broke. I understand. Indeed. Well, we determined I'd make a horrible Velma. Pardon? Who made that ruling? Molly says, I love pistachios. You guys are just going to keep me here forever. Worst thing in EMS, here in EMS is, it's not my blood. Then whose blood is it? Okay, it's not my blood. I need to find proper font to burn that as a small sign. Okay, Ethan. Hey, Ethan, it's a good question. Woo, made it back. Hey, bud, you doing okay? Okay. Okay, you're having a car race. I see what's going on. If it's not your blood, then who is bleeding? What? Dawn is dressing as Velma? I'll be in my bunk. I've actually said that before. It's not my blood thing. Me too. Do I want to know, Foxy? Not to EMS, though. Nah, Carl. It was a green room thing while you were laying on the floor. That's me, Nick. Remembers to ask something, forgets, asks several months later. Blood on my legs from cat that decided my lap was the perfect place to have her kittens. Ah. Making Nick hungry again. It's spectacular with Alec. It's more in general. Not that I minded the mess. The baby cutens were cute. You were trusted. I was thinking walk-in instead of walker, facepalm. See, now I'm thinking Christopher Walken, Texas Ranger. And I can't do the accent well enough to make that work, but I can see it in my head, and it hurts. It just needs more cowbell. Meanwhile, Joe's eating because I have to be tormented more. Reminds me of my last stream when it devolved into talking about Chinese food. I was supposed to get Chinese food this weekend, and nobody was up to getting it, so I'm without Chinese food. Waiting for Nick to smack us both, Alec. Nah. I think I was 13 or so at the time. Oh, she trusts you with an important delivery, Foxy. More than the U.S. Post Office. Alec is laughing. Thesis, streams do what they do. Oh, my God. I got him to add me. Lamau. He actually read it, Lamau. Yes. Good job, Alec. It's running. Nick told me last fall that I was the angel in the room. That sounds... The sound off for anyone else? Lamau, he coughs every time I call myself an angel, so don't worry, Molly. I know the secret codes. No, I can hear Carl. I can hear it just fine. The secret codes are confusing even to me. Pokes YT. Work right. It happens, Sarah. He's quite... Now I want to see Chris do a walk-in impression. Third cup of coffee. I need to let Nick finish his show now. Trees is definitely an Amish now. Okay. Cheers. Tree. Ow. Ow. Say cheers. Cheers. Trees. Trees. Cheers. I don't know. I'm having trouble with that one. It could possibly happen, Dawn. Cheers, it's going to be added to lexicon along with Hawker Shooligans. Nice. Shooligans. Donna was calling herself a hack. Joke. Oh. Donna is not a hack. Oh, now I need to invent a villain named Sid Cherries. Oh. Express your favorite Nick. Nut. You should green room yourself. I only green room myself when it's mostly on purpose. Never could get into Magic, but there was a deck I wanted based on the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Yeah, I think that was only available in China Oh, it was such a pain. I know exactly the one you're talking about. Lamal, Christopher Walken, Texas Ranger, epic randomness and hilarity. Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. I got to run some ads. Oh, God, I got a comment dump. Oh, my God. Nick, yes. Urza. Okay, I need to be productive-ish. We all need to be productive. I need to run an ad. Hold on. There's the brand. I need to run an ad. And Life on Core is an amazing project, and I'm proud to be even tangentially attached to it. Let's see. Should we fill up Nick's chat again? Nah. Let the man go eat. Nah, that would be mean. Have a great Monday. See all of you tonight. Behind the Code or Grant Draws. For real, Joe and Indie CD Joe. And we can mess with him by switching accounts for each message. Hi, not Joe. Hi, not Joe. All right, folks. It looks like we're having a great time. Everybody's been doing stuff. You're motivated. You're getting out there. I know we got Molly giving us a good example. It's time to get some stuff done. So, guys, with that, I'm going to say keep drawing, keep creating, keep making what you love. Because if you do it, you can edit it and improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. See you Wednesday for the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Toodles.